Your move.
What is going on, you guys? Bashtian here, and today I'm coming at you with one of my favorite decks of all time, Dinosaurs. Now, I've really enjoyed the deck ever since the Dino Smashers Fury. I believe that's what the deck was. The Dinosaur Structure deck came out, and I believe it was 2018, 2017. Correct me if I'm wrong. But it's been such a fun deck ever since. Essentially, there's, I guess, a stigma. Some people might think that it doesn't take much skill, just activate Misc. I understand, but it's still a very it is a very simplistic deck, I should say. It's easy for beginner players to go ahead and learn the deck. It's not very complicated. It does have a very high price point if you want to play at an extremely competitive level, but again, it's not necessary. So without further ado, I want to go ahead and get into the deck profile for you guys. So first things first, Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. Again, boss monster. It's by far the greatest boss monster in a structure deck that's been ever created, my personal opinion. Feel free to discuss that with me in the comment section down below. Then you play your one Dogron. Again, kaijus I feel like are a little bit undervalued in our current formats. I fully believe kaiju should start making their way back, just because a lot of decks are revolving around making one extremely strong boss monster with a lot of supporting cast behind it. For example, Ultimateness, Dragoon, Prankets, what's it called, Battle Butler, what do virtual Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, Shenshin, and things like that. And essentially this kaiju just get rid of everything, because you just tribute over and they can negate it, which is absolutely amazing. One card that I have not seen played in a while is Overtext Quatless. Now, I definitely believe this is a very undervalued card in the current format. I think it's still very efficient, and I honestly believe a lot more Dinosaur players should start playing this card because it's an extra negate. I mean, if you're able to get Overtext Quatless and UTC on your board, essentially there's what can your opponent do? There's nothing. You're leaving them with very little options there. So definitely go ahead and play that at 1 for another evolution pill target. Then you play your one Pankertop, self-explanatory, your one potential extender in Giant Rex. Have you read Misc? I'm sure that everyone has by now, so you play the one Misc. Unfortunately, it's at 1, but it is what it is. You know, Konami fears that the 3 miscellaneous source is going to somehow make Dinosaur tier 0 or something. It's absolutely ridiculous. 3 Soul Eating Oviraptor, again, your main starter for the deck. Now for the scrap package, I played 2 Scrap Raptor and 1 Scrap Chimera. Nothing more than that's really necessary. For the babies, 3 Baby Ceratosaurus and 1 Petite Pteranodon. You really want to see Baby Ceratosaurus so much more versatile, because it lets you access all your small monsters. Petite Pteranodon is nice just for the sole fact that it is a baby, and it does special summon whenever you get to pop it. So with it, you can special summon Soul Eating Oviraptor, Miscellaneous Source, Giant Rex, I believe Pankertops, and Dogoron. So it does give you access to that high level side of your deck, but it's a little give and take as far as that goes. Next, for the last Dinosaur cards, we're playing Animadorn Arcus. 2 Animadorn Archosaur with the reprints becomes so much more of an accessible card. This card is this itty bitty level 1 monster reached a ridiculous price point. It was like $50-$60, maybe even more than that last time I checked. Absolutely insane. Now you can pick yourself for, I believe, like 13 bucks. Definitely worth the investment if you are serious about playing dinos. As far as hand traps goes, I'm just main decking 3 Ash Blossom and Joyous Springs. It's the most generic hand trap. Feel free to try out Effect Veiler if you're going up against Tri Brigade, Jordan Lockbird going up against Stridetron, things like that. But you can really just customize these 3 hand traps into whatever you need for that specific matchup. But I just want to play Ash because it's the one that hits every deck equally. For the spells, we play 3 Triple Tactics Talents and 3 Pot of Prosperity. I understand that Pot of Prosperity still has that high price point. I think it's like $80-$90 right now, and Triple Tactics Talents did get that reprint, so it's around $35-$36. So this is going to be the main bulk of your spending for the deck. Again, there are some budget options, but if you want to play this at the most competitive level, these are going to be necessary. For the rest of the spells, you play 2 Double Evolution Pill, 3 Fossil Digs, absolutely ridiculous, 3 of your Lost World, with the 1 Terraform, so essentially like you're playing 4 copies, 1 Monster Reborn, For another extender, we're gonna go Why Not. One Called by the Grave, again to protect you from hand traps. I don't think this is a deck you can really benefit too much from playing Crossout Designator, as you don't really have too much space to run a crazy amount of hand traps. This deck benefits so much more from playing cards like Prosperity and digging into your deck and using, again, Triple Tactics talents to, again, dig deeper into your deck. Whereas having a whole bunch of hand traps in this deck really just hinders the consistency way too much to where it becomes a bit cloggy. So that's why I have a low hand trap lineup and why I don't play Crossout Designator. And then for the final card, you play your one Imperial Order. Imperial Order in this current format just wins games, essentially. Playing Prosperity, playing Triple Tactics Talents, consistency cards like this. Even Terraforming, consistency card, it just helps you dig deeper into your deck to make sure that you're able to get that Imperial Order. Once you activate that, 9 times out of 10 you're going to automatically win the duel. That's going to be it for the main deck, guys. 40 card main deck, nothing too crazy to talk about except maybe the quad list, but I again personally think it's a must if you're going to play this in the current format. Now on to the extra deck. You play one Salamangreat Almirage, one Linkuriboh, one Secure Gardna, so that way you can go into your double evolution plays, one Reproducus, Scrap Wyvern, of course, one Appaloosa, and then your one Access Code Talker. Now if you want to play Borosword Dragon or Crusadia Aramax instead of this, that's perfectly fine to make it a little bit more budget friendly. However, having the Access Code Talker really just makes it more beneficial when you get into a, I guess, middle grind game as well. So you can finally just put the game away. One number 60, Duguris the Timeless, lets you, again, dig further into your deck. And then you get to discard, which essentially, if you discard a card like either Miscellaneous Source or you discard a card like Giant Rex or anything like that, they can still come back. So again, benefits: one Abyss Dweller for any graveyard reliant decks, 2 Dolko, 1 Lagia. Again, this is probably going to be the best combo. I would prefer to have a second Lagia in the event that I need it, but it's just a bit too packed at this current point. One Naturia Beast, because this is absolutely amazing to play. So essentially with Nat Beast, what you do is you use the Reproductus to change the attribute of the monster that is pointing to. That way you are able to access Nat Beast as well, for anyone wondering how am I making Nat Beast with this specific deck. Then you play one Cypher Lord Omega and one Borreload Savage Dragon. I really couldn't decide between the two. I've seen a lot of people play either or. I wanted to go ahead and play both because, again, I like to have options. So Cypher Lord Omega is, again, amazing for after you use Miscellaneous Surge, you can just put it back in your graveyard. So continue on plays with that, and Borreload Savage Dragon essentially just wins games essentially on its own. So that's gonna be it for the deck profile, guys. A 40 card main deck and 15 card extra deck. Again, side deck is going to be just up to you depending on what your locals is playing. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. What do you guys currently think of the viability of Dinosaur in this current format? I personally think it's decently viable, a solid tier 2 deck, and again, an amazing deck for any beginners out there who are just learning this game for the very first time. So again, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Smash that like button if you guys did enjoy, and subscribe for more videos, guys. I'm here as often as I possibly can, at least 3 or 4 times a week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday is going to be my consistent uploads, and anything extra from there if I find the time. But again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.